Hello and welcome. Kerry here from the Carnivore Coffee Cafe with my buddy Adam and JT. How's it going, guys?
Good. How are
Going
you,
good.
Kerry?
I'm doing wonderful. Everyone's jealous. I have my shirt on. I have a link in the description for this. That's not an affiliate or anything. I just really like the shirt. Gentleman that's a fellow carnivore sent this to me, beef, butter, bacon, eggs. So we could talk about the shirt more. We could talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Our buddy Jeff DeProsper is going to be on here any minute now. Shout out Jeff. This was his idea. I guess just real quick, just to give some background, Adam, when you and I filmed with Jeff in Canada, at one point we went to a Starbucks. I don't drink coffee, but I had some water, and
Right.
Dwight was there and Jeff was there, and Dwight was like, we do this every week and it's part of his regimen. And he's like, it's just great to talk to other like-minded carnivores when we're living in a world of sugar addiction and non-carnivores and we're the odd ones out. And I don't know about you, Adam, but when I left, I was like, that was really fun. Like, I wish we had something like that here. And then that kind of evolved. And now here we are. We're kind of doing it in a live stream version where we're going to just chat about carnivore, what's going on in our week and our day and things like that. So
Are you gonna start
Yeah,
selling coffee at the
that was
theater,
really fun.
Kerry?
yeah, we actually do. We have a little Keurig there. It's not really that popular though. We got coffee and yeah, espresso.
I don't know about you, but when I'm drinking coffee, man, I gotta have some really good reading material.
Oh, nice. Wait, let me see. Do I have something to read here too?
Nice.
Oh yes, here we go. Come on, Adam. What are you
Mine's in
doing?
the
Let's
house.
go.
Mine's in the house. It's in a frame.
That's a good topic to discuss here, JT. I heard about it. I saw Dr. Chafee post this, but I was just randomly at the grocery store at Walmart, which is 30 minutes from here, and I look up and there's Dr. Chafee prominent right in the front of the aisle, and then I look down the Walmart, the 30 aisles, every single one of them, he's right there, and I'm like, that's incredible when you think about this guy's from Australia. This is like worldwide here.
Did it freak you out? Did you think you were dreaming or something when you looked at that?
Yeah, I did. I was like, I got to get a couple of these right away. And then, of course, Jen was excited and happy about it. I think all of the ladies in our lives are big fans of Dr. Chafee, right?
You know, another bonus of the meetup, I'm bringing my extra ones because I got extras. They gave me a couple for free
Nice.
because
Hey,
they weren't
there he
selling.
is, Jeff. How's it going, buddy?
No,
Good. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Awesome. Perfect. I said I was going to be at 8:05. It's 8:03. I'm early.
where's your coffee, man? You got it?
Hold on a sec here. I stopped to get one. There you go, guys. Sorry, Kerry. It's Starbucks. I know you. Sometimes you talk about how you
He's got a
save
beef.
money. I know he saves money by not going there, but you know why I go there, Kerry. I go there to interact with people, and I get good enjoyment out of that. And actually, you guys would be proud of me, especially Kerry and Adam, especially. I kind of started on Mondays. I started a Carnivore Club at a local Starbucks in my hometown.
Oh, nice.
Very close. You remember where we did the cold plunge, Kerry?
I do. How can I forget?
Yeah, that's right. Just a couple, like that Starbucks right close to there. So it's in Paris, Ontario, and these two women that are carnivore. They're in their 60s. They're lovely women. They're subscribers of mine. I met up with them a few weeks ago, and then we met up this past Monday. And next week, I'm adding more people to it because I did a couple community shout outs about our meetups. And now there's people coming out of the woods that are carnivore that want to meet up with us and have live carnivore coffee cafe.
I love it.
Nice.
I was just saying before you jumped on, that was really cool when we went to film you. Afterwards, Adam and I are like, I wish we had something like that nearby. It's just nice to talk to other like-minded carnivores doing the same thing as you and just talk.
100%. And I'm so excited for tonight, guys. And before we get going further, I want to apologize for last week, okay? Because I think canceling to all my subscribers, to all your subscribers, it was kind of last minute on me. So I apologize for that, but I'm gung-ho now for this. And Adam, I love Carnivore Coffee Cafe, the 3 C's, right? I love it.
Right.
And
Yeah,
we got to get how you, Adam, you got to leave for Keto Cookout at 9, don't you?
Yep.
You know how you have that nice intro?
Yep.
We got to get an intro for this.
Sure.
Hey,
Let's do it.
I would love that. I would love to get that going because I think this is going to be good.
Little
Better late
B-roll,
than
of,
never, though. You know.
little B-roll of the coffee pouring in the cup or something. Like
Yeah,
that.
that's right. Absolutely. Maybe like maybe you can maybe you can throw in your carnivore coffee in there. That little clip
Yeah.
little clip of you making it, Kerry?
Right? Yeah, I had some of that yesterday, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
Coffee
Hey,
marinated.
Jeff, what do
steak.
you think of the new shirt I got here?
Wow, that's mint. I love it. I love
A
it.
gentleman sent me this. His name is Jeremy. He's a fellow carnivore. He's got a YouTube channel. It's not an affiliate or anything like that, but I put a link in the description below to his YouTube channel and his website. It's really cool.
That's awesome.
It's called the Beef Butter Bacon Eggs Hawaiian shirt. And so
Awesome.
it's been too cold to wear it, but it warmed up today. So I'm like, what the heck? You got bacon on here, everything.
Hey guys, yesterday in Ontario was well, I'm talking Celsius here, 22 degrees Celsius. I don't know what the conversion of that is in Fahrenheit. But Adam, was it warm in Ohio yesterday?
Oh, it was 73 degrees.
Like I went to visit my mother and I took my shirt off in her backyard and I just like sat there and like the vitamin D, I was just soaking it in. It was unbelievable. So good. I think spring might be here, eh? Hopefully.
Same thing with me. My wife came home early and I had my shirt off in the backyard. She goes, "What are you doing?" Like, that isn't fun.
Nice.
You might have turned her on a little bit, Adam.
Yeah, I doubt that.
She's like, he's hit the next level of this carnivore diet. I'm all for it.
Adam, I watched your walkabout, which, by the way, guys, I love. I know Kerry does them all the time. Adam, JT, you do them sometimes too. The walkabouts.
I don't really do them. No, I'm always in the house, man.
Well, the walk and talks. And by the way, Kerry and Adam, that thing that you hold your phone with, you got to send me a link to that because I want to get one because I want to start doing it. And Adam, I listened to yours today because, the thumbnail that you quit carnivore, I was like, whoa, what's going on? And me and the boys, we listened to it because I was driving to soccer. And I had a feeling you were going to say that you quit carnivore for lion diet. But that was pretty good. And I liked it. I think those walkabouts are pretty like intimate, like you can kind of like rehash where you've been going and where you're going with the carnivore diet. I think it's awesome. So that was well done, Adam.
Oh, we got a clickbait comment.
Inspired by Kerry. So I'm not real creative when it comes to creating content. Kerry's the master and the king when it comes to that. So
he definitely is. And I liked your Costco haul the other day you did, Kerry. Was that yesterday?
Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, hey Adam, on your video, it was awesome. I loved it. Emma texted it to me. She's like, "Adam quit." I was like, "What?" I was like, "No, there's no way." And then I watched it, but yeah.
Well, I told you I was actually out filming that, right? With the gimbal, right? And as I'm filming it, walking down the trail, I get a notification from Emma the Carnivore. Did I quit carnivore? I'm like, what in the world? I'm literally recording a video about quitting carnivore.
That's it. I'm quitting.
Right. We're done.
Right.
Speaking of quitting, Adam, how long have you been doing Lion for and how's it going?
Today's 34 days and it's absolutely incredible. It's amazing. I'm not sure that I want to go back to incorporating anything more. At least the way that I feel right now, it's like I was like 100%. Now I feel like I'm 110 or 120% on the lion diet. It's insane.
I was just gonna say I'm on day 8. Today's day 8 doing lion diet. And I did it before. When we went to film Bill, I did it for 60 days. I felt great. And then I just couldn't resist the bacon. But I feel really good too. Like I felt great on carnivore, but I feel a little bit better. Jeff, have you messed around with lion diet at all yet?
You know, I've done it for the odd week here and there. Like I've been carnivore for about 21 months. And you guys know I have an eating week and a non-eating week. So sometimes when I come out of my fast, I say to the boys, I'm going lion diet. And I do it for the odd time, a week. Sometimes it only lasts 3 days because, it's tough with the family, I find. Because, the wife wants to cook chicken wings for the boys one night. And then I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'll have chicken wings. Right. But I think I'm fasting right now because I have chemo tomorrow, guys. So it's my 41st round. I'm not really excited. I hate Wednesday to Friday. But I'm fasting right now. But I'm getting more and more strict with my regimens, with hyperbaric. I've embedded that fenbendazole. And actually, when I say I fasted, I haven't eaten anything since Sunday. Well, not anything, but on Monday and today, Tuesday, with my fenbendazole, because it works better with fat. So what I did is I cut a sliver of butter off, and I sprinkled the fenbendazole on, and I just ate the butter and downed some water. So that's the only thing I've consumed the last 2 days is some butter, because I'm trying to get that fenbendazole working properly, because I'm getting a lot of tips from like Shafee and Seafrid and even subscribers. And there's another doctor I've been following. I think his name's Tom. I think I sent it to you, Kerry. Dr. Tom something. He's from Tennessee, but he's really studied fenbendazole with cancer. So anyways, I totally went off topic there. Sorry, guys. Lion diet, I do need to do it more often.
Well, I won't harp on it, but that was the one takeaway I had, Jeff, when you and I did that video with Sammy. And
Yes.
she said something at one point. She's like, when she was doing Lion, her GKI numbers were much better, which I never heard anyone say that before. So I thought it was interesting. Our
Yes.
buddy Dwight is sending me, well, I already have the Keto Mojo, so I can track that, but he's sending me a glucose monitor too, so I can do some experiments. So that should be kind of interesting.
Yes, the glucose monitor is good. And actually, when I wait for hyperbaric today, they check my glucose, and my glucose was very low. And I had butter yesterday, so I think that was just pretty much fat. So you're totally right. And that girl that we interviewed, what's her name again? Sorry. Sammy. Yeah. She's right. If I start, I need to add, like, especially me with cancer, I need to add more fat in. And I think all us carnivores are really realizing that it's not really a 1-to-1 ratio. It's more like a 2 or 3-to-1 ratio that is good for all of us, right? Especially with, bowel movements, energy levels. Like if we start having too much protein, I think there's negative effects to that, right?
Right.
That's what Kilt says.
Yeah. And that's what, you know what I find the general public, and I hope the general public is listening to this right now. Whenever I go up to someone and I say, I'm on the carnivore diet, and they go, "Oh, you're eating all that protein, eh? How are you feeling?" I'm like, actually, no, I'm not eating all that protein. It's kind of got a stigma that we eat just protein, right? But protein is like, it's the major thing. The major nutrient is fat, right?
Yeah.
Protein is like the minor nutrient, and it's not an energy source. It does turn into an energy source if we don't have fat, right? Through that gluconeogenesis. If we don't have enough fat and our body's looking for glucose, it's going to turn that protein into glucose. So, we got to be careful with that, I think.
We've been talking about that more here. Emma and I just were, and Adam. So when we filmed Maggie, I've talked about this before, so I'll make it brief, but she cooked us up a big thing of fat for breakfast. It was kind of crazy, but it was good. And I felt so good. Yeah, a huge thing of fat, little chunked in a cast iron skillet. I said to Adam, I'm like, are we going to be expected to eat all of that? Like, that's a lot of fat, but we felt so good. And I keep saying, I got to get it here. And I got it once. And literally 2 days ago, I was at the butcher shop. I was like, do you have any fat trimmings or anything? And he's like, no, we're all out. I don't normally go to this place, but have you done anything like that, Adam, since, like, getting that level of fat that we got with Maggie?
Yep. Yeah, I just went and got some last week. I asked for ribeye fat specifically, and I got that tip from Laura Russell, Healthy Carnivore. And after she gave me that tip, I'm like, man, I love eating the ribeye fat, so why not get a big bag of it, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's a good tip, Adam.
I actually was in a grocery store today with my son Dante earlier, and he brought the attention to me. He found a container of duck fat. Have you guys ever had duck fat?
No, not yet.
Nope.
Yeah, you have, Kerry?
I have. My a buddy of mine came over the summer, and he smokes a lot of meat. He'll do briskets and stuff like that. JT was over, and we had a little bit of it. And he was trying to make it special for me, so he got this duck fat, and it was actually a spray, which was crazy to me. I'm looking at the bottle. I'm like, there's got to be some like poison or chemicals. It was just straight up duck fat in a thing, and yeah, it's good stuff. So
yeah, I might try it out. I'm using beef tallow mostly in butter and ghee right now, but as soon as I run out of beef tallow, I might grab some of that duck fat. Check it out.
I like that fat in a spray. Just whenever you need a little pick me up,
little breath freshener.
Absolutely.
It was good for smoking though, because you could, when you smoke something, you normally do it for a while, and then you put something on it, or you add some liquid to it. So that's what he used for the liquid.
Cool. You know who gave me the idea with butter with my fenbendazole was Dr. Shafee the other day. I was on a call with him live, and I was telling him I'm heading into a fast, and I told him people are saying I need to consume something with it. And I told them I was going to do a shot of MCT oil. You just reminded me of that, JT, with the spray. And right away, Dr. Shafee said, nah, I wouldn't. And I go, why not? He's like, well, MCT oil is a plant, right? Anything that's a plant, Shafee just totally like, he's like, cut it out, right? So I listened to Shafee and I cut it. He said, why don't you just cut a slice of butter up? And I said, yeah, sure. And butter tastes way better than MCT oil.
Right.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. Well, hey, I mentioned earlier I'm 8 days on Lion, but I'm actually lying. I'm doing butter with Lion, so I'm technically cheating. I'm calling it B Lion, but
I heard that. Yeah.
Maybe if I can get some more of the fat, I won't. But that's been my problem, is even getting ribeyes and stuff. I just didn't feel like I was getting enough fat, so I've been adding butter to it. But honestly, when I did Lion for 60 days before too, I think the last 2 weeks I was adding butter on as well. So I guess I lose my Lion card officially.
I'm starting to love butter so much more, and I never grew up with that, right? Like in an Italian household, it was always olive oil. And of all the oils, I guess olive oil would be okay, right? But now I won't touch olive oil, because unless it's like top of the line from Italy, and who knows if it is or not. Like they say all these olive oils are filled with fillers, right? Seed oils and this and that, right? So, and they say those countries like Italy, they send the US and Canada their crappy products, right? So when it says product of Italy, sometimes it's not really the true thing. So I'm loving butter. I'm loving butter.
Yeah.
Yep. Kerry's gold. I'm always snagging Kerry's gold.
Right.
It's usually on sale.
I've been eating it more and more too, like just as a snack, which I never did. Like you always see the videos with like Bella. Bella's awesome. Shout out Bella. She's always just eating. I've been doing that more and more. I just get a little snack or whatever, get the fat content up.
Well, I'm gonna do that now. That's the first time I've been doing it with the fenbendazole sprinkled on it. But now, like next week when I'm eating, I'm just gonna, because you know what I need to do too. Sometimes, like guys, I don't know. There's been a lot of discussion about overeating as a carnivore sometimes, right? And I've been getting into some discussions about that, especially when I come out of my fast, right? I think sometimes I just need to ease into it, and having a bite of butter, it gives the hunger craves, like that ghrelin or in your system. It just satisfies that, right? And then you can be a little slower with it, because sometimes I come out of a fast or I get excited before I go into a fast, and I just eat way too much meat. And sometimes I think there's some negative effects to that. What do you guys think?
Absolutely. I was watching Kerry's interview with Dr. Kiltz, and it was just so eye-opening the way he explains everything, how, a high-protein diet, high-protein, low-fat diet is killer, because your body needs that fat, and your liver, its job is to produce the fat. So it's an eye-opener. You really want to get that butter. You want to get those ribeye, beef, those fat trimmings, and you got to have the fat though. You can eat all the steak you want, but if you're not getting enough fat, man, you're not doing carnivore right.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah, Dr. Kilt said it should be called fativore, and I stole that from him. I use it all the time now because I love it. It's so true.
Yeah.
Primal Mike, shout out, buddy. How can you not get enough fat? Just put some lard or tallow on that steak when you eat it. I put a lot of tallow on top of my meat. Yeah, that's one thing. I'm 14 days shy of 1 year on carnivore, and I'm still learning all of the time. And one of the things, Rick, is Rick in the chat yet? Rick's always in the chat. He's probably fixing his truck tonight. But 40-year carnivore Rick said on one of the previous ones, he's like, when you cook eggs, for example, he's like, they should be swimming in the tallow. You don't just put a little bit. And I was putting a little bit before. I took Rick's advice, and man, those eggs are so much better. And almost every steak I do now, I've been cooking them in the house in the air fryer, and then I finish them cast iron in the tallow, a lot of tallow, and then I drizzle the tallow and butter on afterwards. It's so much better. And it took me a long time to finally get to that point of getting enough fat in there.
I've been using more bacon grease lately rather than the tallow. I just throw the bacon, big chunk of it in with my eggs, and the eggs are floating in it. And the bacon grease, I mean, who doesn't have some extra bacon grease laying around? Like, that stuff it's going to save you a lot of money on buying tallow. Yeah,
for sure. Jeff, how are the boys doing? And what sports are they doing this time of year?
Well, actually, right now, they do soccer all year round, pretty much. They maybe get a month off. So, and that's their main thing is soccer. Dante still plays hockey. He's got playoffs coming up. And Peter, because he's in high school, he does do all the sports at high school. But like tonight, in behind me, there's a stadium. I'm in Hamilton, and there's actually a big professional stadium. It's hard to see, but that's where Dante's doing fitness inside the stadium. And Peter is in Hamilton as well. But he's Hamilton's got like an upper mountain and lower mountain. I'm in the lower mountain right now at Peter's upper mountain. He's at a high school training soccer indoors. They call it futsal. So, but you know what? Both my boys are thriving, and they're thriving on carnivore. And, you know, I did a chat with Shafee the other day about like athletes and youth. And I really just, you know, but the biggest thing is I want to showcase how well my boys are doing to help other people, to help parents, to help teenagers today. Because what I saw, like I haven't taught now for almost 2 years, but the last time I was in when I was teaching, it was kids' diets are getting worse and worse and worse. And the stuff they eat all day long is a bunch of garbage. Yeah. And you can see the mental illness, you know, skyrocketing. Okay. Too many kids are getting obese. They're chubby when they shouldn't be. Okay. Some kids are getting like fatty liver disease, like that kids, like that's crazy. So that's just the general child. We need to smarten up with their diets and athletes. Everything I'm learning, like Dr. Shafee talks about it all the time. Like he was out doing all his teammates and his opponents. Like he could play like 4 games and then he could play another 4 games, whereas his teammates were like fatigued and tired. Like the ketones as an energy source is way more useful than carbohydrates, and it's way more sustainable from what I've been seeing. And watching my boys, like Dante and Peter, if they're doing some type of fitness workout with their soccer team, they come out and they're not really sore. Where all the other kids are sore and they're inflamed because of their carbohydrates and sugar that they're eating, right? So that's the main thing, Kerry. And guys, I think my boys are doing great, and I'm really proud of them. You know, I'll be honest with you guys. On weekends, sometimes my wife, she's like, okay, go get that keto ice cream. So for the boys, right? They have a treat. They are kids, and I give in once in a while. So like in some of those keto ice creams, I try to make sure I buy the best one with the least crappy ingredients in it, right? I try to see cream, eggs, you know, dark chocolate. I try to see those 3 as the top ingredients. And then if you get later down, you're going to see the odd seed oil and garbage in there. I don't understand why they got to put that stuff in there, but I give them a treat once in a while as kids, and they have the odd berries once in a while as well.
Yeah,
Jeff, you're a really good carnivore, but you're an even better father, man. And
Thanks.
trust me, it's an inspiration to me, man. And I'm telling you, so
I'm
don't
glad
get
it
on
is.
yourself about a little keto ice cream, my dude.
Thanks, JT. And I admire everything you're doing with your young boy. I watch videos all the time with it, and I was pretty sad this week when I saw you looking for another boy out in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I was pretty.
I was sad I didn't get to find him, man. So yeah, you know, it's all we can do, man. You know, yeah. If my son was missing, I would hope other people would help me look for him, and I figured that's the least I could do. And I just took a couple hours out of my day when I'd be doing nothing anyway. So
yeah, it sounds like that kid was living a crummy life with the parents. They had their own issues, it seemed like, themselves, both of them.
You never had a chance, man. And that's why it's so important that you're a great father, man, because you're setting your kids up. Your ceiling, our ceiling is going to be their platform to take off from, you know?
But you know what, guys? It's not just like me, and it's the general public, the way they're raising their kids. And I see it as a teacher. It's like they don't know what their kids are eating. They don't know what their kids are doing. And I get it. Like the kids come home from school and the parents come home from work and the parents are tired. They lock themselves in their room watching whatever on YouTube, and the kids are doing whatever. Like it's less and less the parents are involved in the kids' lives, which it's really affecting the kid. It's really affecting the kids, I find, big time.
Yes, I feel like if a kid is acting out, I feel like that's a sign for they want attention from their parents.
100%. Yes,
and I just shared a video with Dr. Peterson. He said, when you have kids, that's an opportunity to have the best relationship you've ever had with anybody, period. Like
Absolutely.
those are your best friends, period.
100% they are. And you're right. They are your best friends. And I know people say, they used to give advice, oh, don't be friends with your kids. No, Peter and Dante are my best friends on the face of this earth. They're the ones I trust the most. Yeah, but I still remind them that I'm their parent, right?
Exactly.
All the time. Like, you don't stop parenting. I'm not going to go out and drink beers with my son. Like, that's irresponsible. You know what I mean? I don't drink alcohol anymore, and I never will in my life. But, you know, you have to be a parent, but you have to be friends to your kids too, I find. And you know what? This whole diet thing is the best way to go, right? It's like, if you can get your kids paying attention to what they shouldn't be eating, right? More importantly, what they shouldn't be eating. Like, all of us here, we're not pushing carnivore on anybody, right? Like, you know, even my wife loves her veg. Kerry, I see Jen, she's keto. Like, same thing, Adam, I've heard you talk about it too. We're not pushing it on anybody, right? But
Nope.
our kids, they need to know like what's bad for them and what's wrong for them and how to read a label and check things out, right? That's more and more important than ever, I find.
I love how Dr. Jaffe put it. He says you wouldn't teach your kid on the weekend how to make a crack pipe and sit down for crafts and how to make a crack pipe. Exactly. He's like, so why would you teach them how to make cakes and things that are going to make them unhealthy in the future? You know, like teach them how to cook a steak, how to make the eggs drowned in the butter, you know, like we got to set them up for success, right, Jeff?
Look at that comment right there. What?
He's watching.
Dr. Berry, hop on, let's go.
Let's go. That's our dude.
Listen, I love Candy Berry, but listen, Dr. Berry.
Hey, wait.
Yeah. Oh, that. Continue. Yeah, but listen, I've done 4, almost 5, if you include the 24-hour live with Chafee. I've done 5 calls with Chafee. So, Dr. Berry, I'm dying to meet you and your wife. And I want to talk about I want to talk about carnivore. I want to talk about cancer. I do want to pick his brain because I think you're very well respected, Dr. Berry. So thank you for listening in tonight. And I was just going to say, JT, you brought up Jordan Peterson. Guys, if we could get Jordan Peterson being on this show, this is episode 1, right? If we could ever get Jordan Peterson being on this, like he's Canadian. He's like the smartest Canadian.
We could get Dr. Berry on episode 1. You got a launch right there, man.
Yeah, exactly. He is on episode 1.
Hey, speaking of Dr. Berry, we were so blessed and fortunate to interview him, but we talked about kids with him too and his children, and almost like there's going to be at some point a need for almost a separate division or something for the carnivore kids, because Dr. Berry's children, they're at a whole other level, and it's not him bragging. It's just the truth. It's kind of what you're seeing, Jeff. Yes. It's so interesting you were mentioning this, Jeff, too, because I think I just texted Adam a couple days ago, and this was really kind of weighing on me, where I was saying, look at all of the issues that I had. I always got to bring it back to me or other individuals like me, congestive heart failure, depression, all of those issues. I ate pretty bad, but I'm not eating as bad as the kids are this generation, with all the seed oils and the pesticides, all the toxins. And like you said, Jeff, you look in the ingredients, you don't even know what half of them are anymore. I was eating pretty bad before, but this next generation is eating way worse. It may take a couple of years. They're resilient right now, but I think it's going to be a rude awakening in a few years from now when that catches up to them. We're going to just see, and we're seeing it now. I mean, we're already seeing it with cancer rates amongst those under 50 are going through the roof. Depression, anxiety, 40% of college students are depressed. The numbers are all going up.
About getting that in the doc? Kids?
What's that?
Have you ever thought about getting the kids angle in the documentary?
Yeah, I mean, we've got a fertility section in there.
They're our future, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have a section on carnivore families.
Maybe for the series, Kerry, after the documentary, that could
be so important, man.
Like one full like hour episode about kids and carnivore. That would be friggin' awesome.
Right. It's kind of a tricky subject too, but I've got some close family. I'm not going to mention any names that have some young kids, and they're eating horribly. They're like type 2 diabetes. Like, it's just crazy some of the things they're doing. It's tricky though for the documentary, because you kind of want to show that and then show here's a carnivore kid, here's a regular kid, but I don't think anyone wants to really show their kids in that light, which makes sense. But
no, I know. No, absolutely.
Tricky balance.
And it's tricky even just dealing with parents in general when it comes to like giving advice about things, right? Because I get it, everyone takes offense to things if you say something the wrong way or they take it the wrong way, right? So it's hard to approach things. I think what we're doing, we're pretty what I want to say, passive, assertive, aggressive, us carnivores compared to like vegans, right? We're not really, if we just show it by like people hanging out with us and we're just eating steak while they're eating all the other garbage, right? You know what I mean? I think us just being like role models and showing what we're doing all the time, people will catch on, right?
Yeah.
Like I was picking my son up from school today, and I saw like an educational assistant was helping a kid get on a bus, and he goes, "Hey Jeff, hey DeProsper." He's like, "How you doing?" He goes, "Man, you look great, awesome, right?" And I go, "Yeah, well, I'm doing a lot of good things. Like my diet has changed." I just said that to him. I said my diet's changed big time, right? So like people see me with cancer, and it's like I don't look like I have stage 4 cancer. Right, my skin's not pale. I'm not bald. I'm not losing weight. Right, and like the 3 biggest things, one of them is diet, and it's the carnivore diet. I'm contributing all this to. So I think we just got to keep role modeling that way, and not be in your face about it, but just showing people what we're doing. Right.
Hey, Dr. Berryfinger, since he's on here, that was an important lesson I learned from him early on. I remember in a video, Dr. Berry said, Jeff, when you see someone on the side of the road and they're holding a picket sign and they have their cause on there, have you ever looked at one of those and you're like, oh, gee, I'm going to go do that now? It's almost never. But if you see someone's example and you see someone like Bill, who's in the chat, was 700 pounds stuck in his house. He just hit month 7. He's down over 200 pounds. He's just thriving. You see an example like that, you want to follow that. That's inspiring. That's
100%. I agree with you for sure.
Yeah, that's what we're doing with the documentary, Healing Humanity. Just putting those examples out there, not telling anyone what to do. This is what worked for Bill. This is what worked for Jeff.
Can you see my son Dante putting something in the trunk right now?
Yeah, I saw you hit the button, man. That was smooth, man. He's like, oh.
He's gonna sit in here and be quiet. He's got to chill for a bit. He's got we're gonna be on till 9, right, guys?
Yeah.
Because Adam's got to leave at 9. Now it's good. I was gonna say something else. I totally forgot, but. Oh, here's what I was going to say. I remember because Kerry, you brought up that Dante, get in here. Say hi.
Hey, Dante.
Hey. He said hi. All right, good. So Kerry brought up about the younger generations getting sicker and sicker and sicker. And it's really sad to see. I actually about a week ago at that same Starbucks where I have that carnivore meetup, I met one young fella. He's 28 years old. Okay. And someone at my naturopath, Dr. Reed in Kitchener, Kerry and Adam came to my naturopath with me. You came and saw hyperthermia there, but I was getting vitamin C infusion about a week and a half ago. And this woman said, Jeff, you have to meet this Dylan kid. And this Dylan kid, he's 28 years old. Okay. He's from my hometown. I probably shouldn't have said his name. I don't know his last name. So nobody knows who I'm talking about. But anyways, he's got stage 4 cancer, like me, colon cancer. But it's spread in so many other areas. And he's just started chemo like in November. And he's got somewhat of a good mindset. You can tell he's really scared. And I know how he felt when I started my journey, right? But he's 28 years old. 28 years old, okay? And he's been on chemo for 3 months now. I did say to him at the end because he talked about how he's talked about with me how he changed his diet. He's fasting around chemo 3 days. He doesn't do 5 days, but that's a good start. And he talks about being active a little bit, right? So at the end of my 45 minutes with him, I said to him, I go, hey, you told me you changed your diet, but I said to him, I bet you I can guess what diet you're on. And he goes, what? And I said, you're plant-based. And he goes, well, I'm a modified Mediterranean diet. That's what he said to me, right? That's what all these doctors, if any, even the naturopaths, like my naturopath, he suggested me be on a modified Mediterranean diet, right? And I said, that's like, they're trying to get to keto, but they're not really getting there. That's what I try to tell them, right? And I said, I could tell. I'm like, no offense, his skin was pale. He's losing a lot of weight. He looked frail, right? I could tell he was on plant-based, right? So I'm just saying, like, it helps a lot with people with diseases, the carnivore diet. The whole point of me telling that story is it's sad, Kerry, that I'm 44 and I have cancer, and I shouldn't at my age, I shouldn't have cancer, but it's getting lower and lower. Like 28-year-olds, young 30-year-olds are getting it. And then if they don't know the right protocol, like the carnivore diet that can help them, like this young lad, he said to me, he goes, I was told by my doctors I can't eat red meat with cancer. That's what he was told by all his doctors. And he goes, but then he goes to me, because I told him I'm beef, bacon, butter, and eggs. And he goes, oh man, I love beef and I love butter and I love bacon. He goes, I would love to be on it. And I go, well, check. I gave him my YouTube channel. I said, I gave him Kerry's YouTube channel. I said, check out some of these guys' channels, right? Check out some of these doctors, and maybe you might get intrigued by it. I didn't push it on him. I just kind of dropped the line there. That's all we can do, I think.
That's a good way to fish, man. You got to drop the line, otherwise you ain't going to catch nothing.
That's right.
Hey, speaking of cancer, Jeff, so
yes.
We did this cancer action plan. We just, I don't know, a week or two ago, we surpassed 5,000 signatures. The goal is to get 1,000 signatures.
That's awesome.
Just real quick, this cancer action plan, we're not telling anyone what to do. This is just another tool in your toolbox. We've got Jeff's regimen on here, which I still have to update, by the way, because you've added some more to it.
Yeah, I got about 16 items on there. Yeah, for sure.
We have the video that the awesome Dr. Tony Hampton gave us a master class on cancer and metabolic therapy. But if anyone gets diagnosed with cancer, the goal with this is that they just have this in their toolbox. The things that Jeff is doing, metabolic therapies, fasting, proper human diet sort of thing. So it's still spreading. Jeff, I don't know if you had a chance to look on there, but there's some really inspiring comments and videos.
Yeah, you sent me some of the comments and videos, and they are really good. And you mentioned Dr. Hampton's. That call we did with him, Kerry, and did a PowerPoint presentation. It was probably one of the best ones explaining what cancer is, how to treat it, how to maintain it when you become cancer free, like everything. It's really, really good. Yeah. I would like to touch base with Tony Hampton again soon too, because he was really professional about it, and I know he's diehard into helping others as much as possible. I even want to ask him a little bit more about he speaks about those food pharmacies that he's got up and going in Chicago. Like, I think that's amazing. Like, I want to know more about those food pharmacies, right?
Right. Yeah, he's incredible. That presentation, I agree with you 100%, Jeff. I love Professor Seyfried, but I think I asked him on the last call we did together, could you do this in layman's terms? And then by the time he was done, I was like, what the heck did he just say? And Dr. Hampton broke it down. It's so much, it's so easy to understand. It's great. And so
and and that Seyfried, that round table we did like months ago, like it's almost got 600,000 on your channel views, which is amazing. We want to get as many views out there as possible when it comes to that, right? And I think, I think even the one we did with Seyfried is climbing the ladder too, just the recent one too. So it's really good.
Quick shout out to Jeff DeProsper, because seriously, we were never going to talk about cancer in the documentary, and it's such an important part of it. And I've learned so much. The videos that Jeff inspired me to do with Professor Seyfried now, that Jeff and I did together, the one we did with Ronnie Campbell, we've done a couple with Professor Seyfried. I emailed you this a little while ago, Jeff. Over 1 million views now.
Oh, again, that's amazing.
The views don't matter. It's all of the comments. And Jeff, God bless you and Ronnie Campbell. You guys have been fielding calls and emails from individuals that are like, what do I do? I need more help. I need more advice.
No, absolutely. No, and I love helping out people whenever I can, for sure. And I know you get emails like trying to pass on messages to me. So it's great. And you know what? That's what I think we're called for on earth. And I know, like, everybody here in this room, we're all very faith-based, and we believe in a higher power, and we believe in that. I think whatever God you believe in, or whatever, humans are put here to help others, right? So I think we're all doing a great job. And by the way, Adam, you've been quiet over there, so I want to hear. I on the way home, when we end this call, and I'm picking up Peter, and then Dante and I are driving home, every Tuesday night we listen to Keto Cookout. So you know what? I want to say hi to Russ when you go on, because Russ is hilarious, and everybody agrees with that. Like, he last week he talked about how he cheated a little bit. He had some pasta, and my kids were laughing their heads off. He had pasta. That's not even close to carnivore, right? So, but the thing is with Russ is he makes people smile. There's not a time we don't watch him where he doesn't make people smile. And I think that's healing humanity in its own, Kerry? Like,
Yeah.
just like, and by the way, Kerry, I want to compliment you and Adam, and I know you guys were part, and I love that T-shirt you're wearing, Adam. The blue one's really good. Kerry, you sent me one too. But
that was from Adam too, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But like, I'm so proud and glad that you guys decided on that title for the movie, because carnivore diet movie would have been good, but it's a little bit too like vegan pushy, right? Mm-hmm. So like, healing humanity is what we're really trying to do, right? And I think it's an awesome title. I'm wearing my I'm not going to take my bracelet off. I got it on, and I'm giving them out, right?
You forgot mine.
So it's awesome. I'm loving it. Thanks, Kerry and Adam, JT.
Hey Jeff. So my business partner
got his on. Show. Dante's got his on.
Let's go, Dante.
Nice.
Let's go.
Awesome.
JT said, "Let's go." Hey, JT. So in the summertime, Dante and I are gonna be wearing your bucket hats like crazy. It's just not like, as soon as the summer comes, we're wearing it.
Man, I already saw you on the beach, man. Like, you got that on the beach, man. Tell him, man. Carnivore, baby.
That's it.
Hey, bro, you really look like you're ready for like some Hawaiian fishing.
I got the JT get up on today.
That's awesome. Adam was about to say something. Go ahead, Adam. Sorry, we cut you off.
That's all right. So my business partner actually gave me a book that for his cancer treatment. Essentially, it's like a meal plan, right? It's, I don't know, it's maybe like 50 pages or something like that. Maybe you have got something like that as well, but I'd like to do a live stream with you and maybe even Professor Seyfried and discuss what's in that book, because it is atrocious what they are suggesting that cancer patients eat. I mean, they're literally telling them to make milkshakes and all kinds of stuff.
And you know what, Adam, to expand on that, I did have an option. I think all oncology or cancer clinics has an option to speak to someone that somewhat specializes in nutrition with cancer patients. Mm-hmm. I started carnivore like on my 4th round of chemo. The first 3 rounds, I was just like, I was scared, right? I wasn't even thinking about changing anything. But when I got into my regimen, and I was really believing in the carnivore diet and everything. And then even like my sister was like, Jeff, you still should meet with someone in the hospital. I started going, no, I don't want to meet with anybody, because they're going to give me that booklet that you got, Adam. Okay. I know what they're going to give me, right? They're going to say the nicest way for them to say to change the standard American diet is call it a modified Mediterranean diet, which is still a bunch of garbage. Okay. And you're so right, Adam. Like, I know we've talked about it a lot at the beginning, Kerry, but tomorrow I'm going to go to my cancer clinic, and I'm in a room, and there's a Ensure fridge, and some cancer patients go up, and there's this one guy, he's kind of funny, and I can tell he probably struggles with affording things in life. Okay. And we're not all blessed. Okay. But this one guy that has cancer, he's a character. He's got a backpack, and he goes up to the Ensure fridge, and he's got chemo attached to him. And he's stuffing his bag full of Ensure. Okay. Wow. And some of the nurses go around and ask people, and they still give out like biscuits and cookies, and you have an option. If you want a ginger ale, they'll give you a ginger ale. Like, it's horrible.
Next time we visit,
filled with garbage. I can't believe the amount of garbage that's in it. There's very little meat that's in it, and it's just like cookies and cakes and milkshakes, and like, seriously, this is ridiculous. It's almost like I don't know, intentionally trying to kill people or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Does your business partner, is he still dealing with cancer?
He is. It came back, and now coincidentally, they actually suggested that he start eating fish because he wasn't getting enough protein. So now he's doing that. So that's a step in the right direction. But I'm really pushing meat and carnivore for him now. Absolutely. And I bought Seyfried's book. He's reading it now, so hopefully
the
lights turn on.
Send him a couple of videos of me, JT, Kerry doing push-ups and pull-ups and this and that, right? And he's got to, like, especially, well, you know what I mean? Like, especially like me with cancer, like how much energy you can have on carnivore, right? Anyways,
It's good on
Kerry,
you. That's a great idea, Adam, though, to buy what's his name again? Sorry.
Seafried.
Seafried, buy that book and gift it to somebody who's going through that, and give them a fighting chance that the doctors aren't giving them.
crappy thing is that book's like $115. Say that textbook.
Or Adam, maybe send him the link of the Dr. Hampton video, because that one is really accessible. I was going to say, just joking, Jeff, next time we come to film you again for the doc,
yes,
we'll bring JT with, and we'll get some yellow vests, and we'll take a little hand cart in there, and we'll just roll that Ensure refrigerator out of there.
Yes, we should do that. 100% we should do that. That'd be hilarious.
Put right on a piece of paper with some tape, say out of order, and just stick it on there and walk off so no one even tries it.
That'd be hilarious. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep. Start. That's the least we could do, right? I'm not going to unplug it, but I'll put it out of order so people just walk by it.
Yeah. The one thing I'm looking forward to the most is that we can drive through McDonald's or wherever. What it doesn't matter.
Sorry, but I'm ordering.
Yeah, you're gonna order for sure. And I think McDonald's is the best one because we can get those dollar patties and get like 50 this time, double the order.
I was just going to say that we got to top it for sure. 50 is a good number.
We should go back to that same McDonald's and see if that same guy's working there.
Right? We got him on video.
Absolutely.
They probably think he's in the Matrix.
Right?
Exactly.
He's going to be like, oh, here's the A. Sorry, guys, again.
Yeah, I guess that's what we do, Canadians. We apologize all the time.
I don't know if I said this to you, but I've been using that one, Jeff.
Yeah.
The apology before the order. And then I think Adam does it too. But JT, Jeff, if you're ever ordering and they ask you what name do you want it under, you always have to say Bill Knott. I do it all the time. I was just texting Bill the other day. I went to Culver's and got some patties, and I was like, Bill, you have no idea how much fast food you've been ordering, buddy, because I do it and Adam does it too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, and I didn't just start that. I started that 10 years ago.
Really?
10 years ago, I started using the name Bill.
Providence.
Really?
Providence.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So, hey, I got a question, Kerry, and I don't know if this is like a secret or unprofessional, but how is the trailer coming along? Is it coming along at all or no?
We don't have any secrets here. No, it is like, so the big missing part of the puzzle was filming Dr. Ken Berry, shout out, who was just in the chat. We did that, and then also filming a couple more clips of me professionally. I had my story a million times, but in crappy YouTube videos with low resolution, so we refilmed some of that. And then actually, when I got back home from Dr. Berry, I reshot a little bit more of that. Everything was just packaged up, Jeff. We have these crazy hard drives, a ton of these, and we sent them off to John, who's the editor, cinematographer, expert. And he actually, I don't know if you saw that, Adam. I think he copied you on it. He just responded back yesterday. He got the package, which was good. So he's going to be working on putting it into a pre-movie prototype torch, 10 to 15 minute version. You're in it, Jeff. Bill's in it. And well, you will be, depending on what John comes up with. But I narrowed it down to the best of the best, because when we went to film you, Jeff, we probably have like 40 hours worth of footage just from filming you. So I tried to make it easier for John, but he's working on it now. That's one of the big next steps. And it's cool because you'll get to see it.
I'm going to sneak something out here.
Yeah. People
are listening. Maybe the part where all three of us got kicked out of that gym will be in there.
Right. Yeah. That was unfortunate too, because we got some good footage there.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you can put that in there. You gotta stick that in.
Right. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to getting that torch done though and sharing it.
That's awesome.
Because this whole time I've been saying, and it's been true, is we've got all this great footage. Like I have all this stuff I've been sitting on from Bill, Maggie, and Jeff. We put it on YouTube. We can't really show it in the doc, but this is going into the prototype, the pre-trailer trailer. So you guys are going to get to see some stuff you've never seen before.
Hey, I know if I didn't have chemo tomorrow and ending Friday, I was going to do something crazy, but I hope you get a good turnout. I was going to drive to Montello Theater and surprise. I was going to surprise you, but I'm not. I can't do it because it's on Saturday, right?
Saturday. Yep.
Yeah. So and I got a bit of stuff coming up. Like my kids are coming up on March. It's our spring break, and we might be doing a few other things. But I really hope that your meetup goes well at Montello
Thank you.
Theater.
It's crazy, Jeff. It's It's pretty much sold out. Like with the friends and family that are coming, it's going to be a full house. And so Dr. Hampton's going to be on the screen, and now Adam's coming too, which is awesome. He had a big
That
photo
is awesome.
shoot. So yeah, it's
Oh,
going
that
to be crazy.
would have been fun if I picked Adam up and we carpooled together. That would have been
Right?
great. You know what? In the summertime, I might have to come see you. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
Oh,
do that for
100%.
sure. Yeah.
And it's
I'll pick-
streaming, so you can still watch the stream during or after. So Dr. Hampton's going to be on the screen. It's going to be pretty cool, Jeff. Dr. Hampton on the big screen. He's going to be in the documentary anyway, so this is the precursor to him being on the big screen. But he's going to be looking down and see the audience. We're going to have a camera in with
That's
the
gonna be
audience.
awesome.
So we can ask the audience questions for Dr. Hampton, or we can go on the stream. So there's links in the description of my other videos for all of this. But yeah,
Are there any seats left, Kerry?
What's that?
Are there any seats left?
I think there's like 10.
Guys, snag that up. Let's go.
Seats are in your theater.
What was that?
How many seats does that theater hold?
It's 150. I counted 135 as sold out. That's usually what they do in the movie theater business. They leave an extra 15 because families want to sit together and stuff. And if you look at our theater with 150 seats, if there's 90 people in it, it looks like it's full. Like, because you get one missing here, two here. So we're at like 120-ish right now. I think it was like 125. So it's going to be full. And that doesn't count my friends and family that are also coming to it. So yeah, it's gonna be full house. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm a carnivore, so I don't get nervous. But Jeff, I gotta be honest. I was there earlier today practicing. I'm like, what am I getting into? We have 243 people on this stream right now. That's no problem. Yeah, but 150 people right in front of me. It's gonna be interesting. JT's gonna be sitting right in the front row. Adam's gonna be sitting there, so it should be good. But it'll be a lot of fun. Dr. Hampton, as we said, is incredible. So he's gonna go with it. The tricky part is we're not speaking to just carnivores like we mostly do. There's people coming in that they're just off the street, locals that maybe they're touching on keto or they're unhealthy and they want to learn. So we're not just preaching to the choir. So it's going to be fun, but it's also challenging to talk to two different types of audiences and keep it kind of engaging.
Yeah, how many places can you walk through the door and get a lesson from the doctor on how to change your diet and change your life, man? Montello Theater is where it's at.
Well, you know what's really cool, and I'll keep rambling. I'll shut up after this. But we've done all the history on the theater, Jeff. Our theater goes back to 1859. I always say thousands of stories were told here before we played a single movie. But back in the late 1800s, we had a Quaker doctor that came into the theater, and there were lines down the sidewalk because Montello is a small town. They didn't have a doctor, so people were coming from all over to see the doctor. So it's kind of interesting. I'm like, Dr. Hampton, you're the second doctor here to actually help people. It's kind of cool. And this is like well over 100
awesome.
years later.
You know what, Kerry? You know, the documentary that you and Adam and JT's part of, and you know what? It's amazing what you're doing. And I can't wait for it to come out. And I know you said it's not going to come out this year, probably next year, maybe. But whenever the trailer or even the documentary comes out, my dream is to come to Montello Theater and watch it there for the first time. That's what I want to do. So
100%.
And fill it up and fill that theater with carnivores and just make a great day and night out of it. I can't wait for that to happen.
I've said this already, but I'm a man of my word, and it's going to happen. It's going to say Healing Humanity on the marquee. I'm going to put it up there. Healing Humanity, the Power of Proper Human Diet, starring Jeff DeProsper. It's going to be up there the night you're coming. You got to come Friday because I already told Dr. Hampton his name's going to be up there too. So Saturday, I'm going to switch Jeff DeProsper out for Dr. Hampton. And then maybe Sunday we could get Dr. Barry up there. Maybe?
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
That'd be sick.
Really good. Hey, another thing that's exciting, because this is what we do at Coffee Cafe, right, Adam? We just talk about random things. Keto Con is coming up, right, Kerry?
Yes.
Who's going to that?
Adam
is.
And
JT,
everyone.
JT, you're not going?
Right now, I'm just booked for Montello Con.
That's all right. You know what? I got to focus right now on doing a few things with my family in the next little while, but I think in the month of April, I'm going to be toying with trying to propose to my wife and kids, let's go to Keto Con, because Kerry got that idea in my head, and it's the end of May, right, Kerry? and the May and June.
Yeah, beginning of June, right?
Yeah, it'd be a great weekend. Great weekend.
That would be awesome.
To meet some of those doctors, or even like just to see them live,
right?
Would be amazing, right?
Yeah, it's crazy what's going on now. We got a big Airbnb, but what do we got, Adam, now? Dr. Chafee is booked. Dr. Baker.
Dr. Baker, Bella, possibly Kilts, Dante, Ferrigno Freedom. We got Todd, we got Lindy, and I think we're going to capture some footage of Lynn also. So that's just to start with, and then possibly Brad.
That's awesome. And it's not technically called KetoCon anymore. They changed the name, right?
Right.
What's it called, Kerry? Or
Hack Your Health.
Hack Your Health.
Hack Your Health. That's good. I think it's funny. You know what? It sucks that we have to do this, change the names of things. And I know why they do it, right? Because they want to attract more people. Like instead of calling it the Carnivore Diet Movie or KetoCon, I get it, right? But it sucks that we live in this world where we have to be shy about things sometimes, right? So, but we're doing it for a good reason, to try to get everybody involved, right?
Right.
And Hack Your Health is a good title for sure.
Yeah, coincidentally, Jeff. So reason I'm bringing this up to you is because of the whole the gym incident that we went through. So Kerry and I have a meeting next week with Robin, the lady that runs Hack Your Health.
Oh yeah.
To get the lowdown on filming permissions and
that's
rules
awesome.
and
That's really awesome. So yeah, if you guys can, get some clips on that at that conference, that'd be great too. Probably for the documentary or whatever, the series maybe.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, the crazy thing too is, Adam, there's so much going on. We're going to be filming so many people during KetoCon, which is wonderful for the documentary. But shortly after that, our buddy Bill Knott, he's coming up on 1 year, not too long after that, which is just, I can't believe how fast that went by.
I can't wait to go, man.
It's been a year that you went to visit him. When? July?
He just hit 7 months.
Okay.
I think it was August
that you went.
That I went. Yep.
It was you and Emma, right?
Me and Emma, right?
Yeah.
And I remember when I left, I told Bill, I'm like, dude, I know it's going to seem like forever, but a year goes by so quick. It's already been 7 months. It's just crazy. For anyone that's in the chat, I get so many comments on my channel. They're like, how's Bill doing? How's Bill doing? And I'm always happy to answer, but I'm like, go watch his channel. He does a video every week. It's incredible. He just did one.
He's got beautiful flowers sitting there, like in the background, right? He's awesome.
And the last few videos, oh my goodness, so inspiring. The one before last week, he weighed in, or was it the one before? I don't remember, but it was so exciting watching him weigh in, and he was just so excited. He's down. Oh, it's crazy. So Bill Knott on YouTube, go check him out.
So Kerry, has he been leaving his house now?
No, so he had to leave for an emergency because he had neuropathy issues, and Dr. Chafee, God bless him, called him up and he's like, you should really get that checked out. He went in, they didn't find anything. So he left for an emergency purpose, but he didn't like go out and enjoy the Alaskan wilderness. He literally, they pulled a van up. So when he leaves this time, it's going to be to go out into the beautiful, it's like freedom. It's like the legit leaving and going out into the freedom. But I told Bill too, I was talking to him a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, dude, you're doing so good. Don't just be like, oh, I'm going to just be locked up in this house forever because I want to reveal this in the documentary. I'm like, if you got to go out earlier, I was like, if you could call me and I'll get up there right away so we can film it. But by all means, don't lock yourself in there. But no, he said, I need this time and I feel like it'll be good right at that 1 year point. So that's what he's planning for. That's all on him. But he's been scooting around in the house and going back and forth. Just incredible compared to what I saw when I was there last time.
Adam's got to leave.
I got to go, guys. So it's been real. Thanks to everybody. Love you, everybody in the chat. Love you guys. And we'll see you soon.
Some good actions from you and Rush.
Right.
Grilling. Yeah. We're grilling, baby. We're grilling.
Everyone check out the keto cookout next for sure.
I'm definitely tuning in.
Yeah. So hey, should we take a couple of questions quick?
Sure.
Well, let's see. We got a couple new members. Thank you so much. Caroline. Oh, I thought that said Turkey. Turley. Phoebe. Kenny. Wow, lots of new members.
Ken, Debbie, let's go.
Debbie Hamilton, thank you so much. Anyone that's a member on my channel, it all goes towards the documentary. So we really appreciate that. We have $5 super chat from Sherry. This and you for Emma's video, Anointed Sugar and Anxiety. How long did it take for you and her to notice a difference? Thank you. Oh, it's always such a tough question. I think it was about a month for me, maybe 40 days. I say it's a tough question because I was on and off with keto before, and that helped with my anxiety a little bit. It didn't do anything like carnivore did, but everyone's different. So I always hesitate to answer that one, but I think it was around 40 days or so. Minimalist Carnivore, $10. Thank you so much. Started in January 1st this year after 15 years of substance and alcohol abuse. Of course, a bad diet and lots of cigarettes and coffee. I quit everything. Special thanks to Kerry. Oh, I guess that wasn't a question, but thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Chad.
Carnivore Today. Adam gifted 5 Carnivore Today memberships.
He's the dude, man.
Awesome.
Nice,
Thank you, Adam.
nice.
And then Carlos Diaz. Thanks to Dr. Barry, I started Carnivore, and thanks again for what you guys do. Yeah, huge shout out, Dr. Ken Barry. I get Jeff. I was trying to do this thing. I've gotten 70,000 comments on my carnivore videos.
That's amazing.
And so many of them, like the majority of them are like, I saw someone do carnivore, like Dante Ferrigno or myself or you or JT. But then I saw Dr. Barry and I started carnivore. He's like the puzzle piece in so many.
Absolutely.
He's that straw that breaks the camel's back, man. They're like, okay, like when you hear from a doctor, he explains it, and you're like, that's it, I'm doing it.
Yeah, they're like, this Jeff guy's crazy. Kerry's kind of crazy. JT with his hat, but Dr. Barry. All right, let's give it a try. We got one more $2. Yeah.
Sorry. You know what I love about Dr. Barry is when he calls some of his colleagues ignorant. It's pure ignorance, right? And he goes, look up the definition of ignorance. I'm not calling you stupid. I'm not calling you a dummy.
It means you don't know.
It's it. You don't know, right? And so he says it as it is. And I think that's really intriguing to people. They like that about him.
Yeah. We had big expectations going to film him, of course, and he exceeded all of them. I don't know, Jeff, you know how they always say, like, if you meet your hero or celebrity or something, it usually sucks. And you're usually it was not that at all. It was.
Oh, yeah. I can only imagine.
It was incredible. So thankful for that. Huge shout out, Russ, Homesick Buckeye, $2. Shout out to my favorite clowns. Thank you, Russ.
Hey, we're going to have to put our boxing gloves on. He called us clowns. I don't know about that, baby. Russ. We're going to be grilling. We'll be boxing.
We'll be grilling in my clown shoes, man. Don't worry about it.
That's awesome. Hey, so that hour just flew by. I don't know what your schedule's like, Jeff, if you want to wrap it up now or what.
No, we better wrap it up. I got to go pick up Peter. I want to do this next Tuesday, and I think next Tuesday, actually, the boys don't have soccer, so I can probably do it from the comfort of my home, which is good.
Awesome.
But that doesn't matter. It doesn't look bad like I'm in my car here, does it?
No.
Okay, good.
Hey, you're in the middle of being a great dad and a good carnivore, man. So I appreciate anything you can do, man. And I just want you to remember that you're a big inspiration to me, bro, every day. And I'm honored that you invited me to this, Jeff.
Thanks, JT. And you know what? I can't wait to hang out with you. And I hope that you come with Kerry when he comes to film me again.
Absolutely.
We can hang. It'll be summertime. We can hang out by my pool. We can listen to some cool hip hop beats because I know you're into hip hop the way I am too. Right.
So some Canadian doors.
Let's go. Yeah, I would love to do that.
We got to cook some steaks for some Canadians. I can't wait to do that.
Right.
For sure.
Awesome. Hey, I want to echo JT's sentiments there too. Thank you so much, Jeff. And I mean this sincerely. After spending the week with you, I'm like such a good father. Like every time I see Jeff, he's in the car, he's at the soccer pitch, he's with the kids, he's got his priorities straight. And it's really taught me too, like I got to get this balance back. I feel like on Carnivore, I'm kind of making up for lost time, but I'm going too much over the edge. I got to bring it back. And you always inspire me to do that. So I really appreciate it too.
I hope your kids realize that because I love my pops, but he never came to any of my sports stuff, man. So I think you're an awesome dad, man, and I think your kids should just realize that they're guys like me who's their dad never showed up to that type of stuff, you know.
No, I got it. I got you, Dante. Say bye to everybody. You can't really hear you guys because I have a headset. I got a headset on.
See you, Dante.
See you, Dante.
All right. See you, Jeff.
Yeah. See ya. Take care, guys. Ciao.
Love you, Jeff.